Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. We are from Group 5 and we will be presenting on our group assignment entitled Embedded System for Sustainable Development Goals, and our project is a pulse oximeter.
In this new era, the COVID-19 virus has spread widely all over the globe, and now we are in the endemic phase. The symptom of this disease can be measured by the percentage of saturation of oxygen in the body. So, with the current level of technology of this era, we can produce by ourselves a device that can measure oxygen saturation level in the blood, SpO2, without needing to go to the hospital to do medical checkup. The device is a pulse oximeter. Among the 17 SDGs, we have chosen to incorporate the third element, which is good health and well-being, into our project. To be more specific, we choose to design and build a prototype of a pulse oximeter. The main function of our project is measure oxygen saturation level in the blood. The second one, detect the peak rate of a patient, and lastly, offer real-time reading of oxygen level and heart rate.
Our circuit design, we have three components: Arduino Nano, SSD 1306 display, and Max 3100 pulse sensor. The connections are fairly simple. You can see it yourself. Next, for the flowchart of our programming, when we start the coding, first we enable and initialize the sensor. And the function of the sensor is to detect whether there is finger or not on the sensor. So when the sensor detects that there is no finger, the LCD will display a flat pulse graph, and the reading on the beat per minute and oxygen saturation will be 0. But when there is finger on the sensor, the LCD will display a pulse graph of the heartbeat and beat per meter and oxygen saturation of the person. When the finger is lifted, it will go back to when there is no finger on the sensor. And then this is our prototype. As you can see, we only use these three components, and the power supply is from the computer. Yes, the computer is used to upload the coding into the Arduino Nano, and this is the LCD when there is no finger on the sensor.
And finally, this is the result of our functional prototype of pulse oximeter. So as you can see, when a finger is put on top of the sensor module, the sensor will then start detecting, and with a bit of time delay, output is produced. The output is displayed on the SSD 130 OLED display as the readings in numeric value of heartbeat in beat per minute and the SpO2 level in percentage. When the SpO2 level is exceeding 95%, it indicates normal for healthy individuals. But if it is below 95%, it is considered below normal for healthy individuals. In this pulse oximeter project, we make use of the MAX 30100 pulse sensor, SSD 1306 OLED display as the actuator, and Arduino Nano as the microcontroller to complete the prototype of this embedded system. So this MAX 30100 pulse sensor works on a principle called photoflathismography, which means the changes in the volume of blood in an organ is measured by the changes in the intensity of the light passing through the organ. Hence, the emitted light from the LED will be received by a photosensor only when there is blood in the vein, hence measuring the pulse. The output signal is further conditioned and filtered to give the final output. So basically, oximeter has two different kinds of light that is shined through a thin part of a patient's body, such as negative or yellow. The two different lights are red light and infrared light. So the basic working principle behind it is blood absorbs light differently depending on the level of oxygen it contains. And the oxygenated blood absorbs more infrared light than the red light. So by comparing the changes in the amounts of red and infrared light received, the instrument of the oximeter can calculate the SpO2 reading. Okay, to conclude, our mini project was a success. We actually managed to design and build a prototype of an embedded system using a microcontroller for achieving one of the SDG, which is good health and well-being, based on our program statement of detecting symptoms of COVID-19 by measuring the oxygen saturation level in blood, or SpO2. We hope with this project we manage to contribute towards the effort of achieving the SDG successfully, as well as to improve the advancement of medical technology to make it more accessible and affordable for people around the globe. So that's all from us. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.